Hey traders, and welcome to MPS tips video. My name is Alexander Nikitin. I'm a professional trader and the developer of the MPS pattern recognition software. In today's video I will talk about custom pattern function. Okay, what is a custom pattern function? It is a function that helps you draw your own pattern. And there is a question, why do you need to draw your own pattern? If there are so many patterns developed before you, why do you need to actually reinvent the bicycle? Okay, my personal answer to this question is based on my experience, it is based on my market research. And let's go to the harmonic patterns group of the MPS patterns. I will just enable some patterns, let them be all displayed here, disable these two. Okay, so we have all these patterns. All these patterns draw a potential reversal zone, and according to harmonic patterns rules, I am to look at this potential reversal zone and find some reversal formation, maybe a hammer, doji, or something else. Maybe I need to watch the price losing its momentum, but it's becoming smaller and smaller and smaller. Maybe I need to look at some indicators to confirm my entry, and so on and so forth. There are so many ways that can help you make a decision either to enter the trade or stay away from this trade, and that this makes the whole approach a bit subjective for me. Today I am entering with a lower low, lower close method. Yesterday I was entering with RSI bought oversold or HSI, amplified HSI indicators, arrows, or something other, maybe ATR and other methodologies of trading. So it is always a bit of discretion of how you enter the market, how you feel that the market is about to change, how you feel that the market is about to reverse. And it is always a bit of discretion of where is the exact entry, where is the exact execution. So it makes harmonic trading is a bit difficult for me. I don't say it's not profitable, I only say that it is a bit difficult, it is a bit complicated. So not only I need to identify the pattern, I need to wait for price to come into a potential reversal zone, then I need to execute that properly, and of course I need to manage the trade. The trade management of harmonic patterns is based on trend lines, so I am to look at these trend lines, violations, and whatever. It needs an active trade management. It requires my active participation in this trade. Right now we have this alternative bad pattern completed recently. Then we had a bounce, and right now we have a double bottom. This is the second completion, which is also a pattern, kind of pattern on a smaller time frame. So this is called a maybe 4-hour time frame. And let me use some manual recognition from here to here. It should go a bit lower. Then let me use some of this harmonic shock, maybe. Yes, it is a smaller pattern as well here, and that coincides with a larger pattern of this shock pattern. Okay, we just deviated. But if you're looking for some good trading opportunities, it is time to buy euro-dollar daily. Well, so this is a bit complicated, this is a bit subjective. Maybe in future, when I develop my intuition, when I develop my feel of the market to the extent that I can trust my own decisions, then maybe I will use the harmonic trading methodology. But the idea is pretty good. So it is a calculation of some potential support resistance, some harmonic support resistance levels where price or often, not always, but often gives a reversal. Yes, so you can witness it from the history of the chart. Zoom it out. So you see, price barely came to complete the pattern and reversed. So okay, this is my thought, this is my opinion about harmonic patterns, but what I would prefer, harmonic advanced patterns, advanced formations. I would prefer them rather than harmonic patterns, because the execution of advanced formation is mechanical and limit order, and the trade management is minimal. So the only trade management is the target adjustment, is restretching your fibs if price goes deeper into the selling zone, actually the zone between the completion and the stop loss. Okay, so what I dislike about the advanced formations, why I don't trade the advanced formations as they are, I dislike this thing. After doing the backtest of advanced formation, let me demonstrate it to you. I dislike the instability of the edge. Sometimes the pattern work awesome, so you have 60% probability, yes, with a medium swing identification algorithm, and with a large swing identification algorithm you have less than 50. So why is it so? This is a question, this is mystery, I don't know. Okay, again here it works with a larger swing identification algorithm, Gartley's work, and butterflies don't work. And if you switch to some other pair, you have different picture. Ciphers work, and bats and ciphers don't work, depending on the algorithm. My personal opinion is this: if the price is representation of human psychology is greed and fear that makes you buy or sell. If the price is representation of your psychology, then the price pattern should never change. Then they should stay the same on all pairs, on all time frames, 100 years ago, 100 years from now in the future. It never changes. The psychology, human psychology, stays the same. Okay, if the psychology is the same, then the pattern should also be the same, and it should work the same way. The unstable edge is a bit suspicious for me. I was testing lots of these patterns, so you can see that every pair has 1,000 of samples. Sample size is more than 1,000 of trades, so it is not a small market research based on 3 or 5 trades. Yes, and what is more important, that all the trades were found automatically using different swing identification algorithms based on price extremes, but they are different. One of them having a large period of extreme, and one of them having a smaller period of extreme. So you are looking at the larger patterns and you are looking at the smaller patterns, and you calculate how larger and smaller patterns perform. Okay, so this is that. The only drawback that I dislike about advanced formation is this: not stable. It's not working on all pairs. So you can create your winning portfolio. It works here, it works here, it works here, and you trade it under these conditions, and you don't trade it under some other conditions. Okay, again, it is time monotonous to discover what patterns work, on what time frames, and on what pairs. It is even more complicated than to find the way to trade harmonic patterns. Yes. That's why I came to the conclusion that I need my own pattern. I don't want to follow this approach, I don't want to follow that approach. I doubt both. I find both unsatisfactory because both of them has their own drawbacks. One of them is subjective, another one is unstable. So I tried to create my own approach, and what I did, I took all the merits from one approach, I took all the merits from another approach, united them together, and have my own pattern right now. And to create my own pattern, of course, I was using a custom function of the MPS, and after I have created that, I of course back tested that pattern. So this is the custom pattern right now. You see, it is displayed in front of your eyes. And if we compare that, my backtest of custom patterns, with my specific methodology, and if we look at the details of that, so I also calculated the time, the pipsage, and risk to reward, lots of calculations here. So look at the expectancy: 0.8020, other pair 0.9017, first target and second target respectively, 0.7018, 0.02, 0.15. So the yen pair is not that very good. Aussie dollar 0.9, 0.28, pound yen, going back to expectancy, 0.3 almost to 0.3, and dollar Canadian, why we have it this way, dollar Canadian 0.7, 0.7. So the conclusion here is that first, it works on all pairs, and second, in majority of pairs it shows identical results: 0.7, 0.8 for first target, and somewhere around 0.20 for the second target, plus or minus a few decimals. This is what I call stable edge. With the same algorithm, these patterns work on all the patterns. So I became pretty satisfied with this result, and I decided to trade this pattern. Okay, don't save it. Using the custom, just backtested that, developed my own pattern, and now I'm trading it, and I call it a unified Gartley. Because it unites features of a bat or a Gartley, it unites features of harmonic patterns, it unites features of advanced formations. It is traded with limit orders. What I like is it has an automatic trade management, which is actually the trailing stop. Very simple. Automatic trade management is done by the pattern trader system. So I'm pretty comfortable with this pattern. Well, so now let us start discussing the custom function. Now you know that you can create your own pattern with that custom function. Let's go into details. Although the interface of the MPS is intuitive and you can understand it yourself, what you need to do, what settings you need to change to create your own pattern, let me give you some tips, and maybe it will make your custom pattern recognition a bit more effective. Okay, we go to the indicator settings, we go to this and go to custom pattern. So this minimal B and maximal B is the range of the B point, and the B point is also calculated as a retracement of X to A leg. So if you will look at this, it is always written here that it is XA, 0.645 of XA leg, and here it is 0.453 of X to A lag. So I decided to add this notions, to add this letters here in order not to make that confusion about that. What leg takes part in the calculation of this ratio. So the B point is the range of the X to A leg, is the retracement. Okay, next we go to the next step. After we identified our B point, we go to identify the C point, and here we have some differences. First, we can create our C point as the ratio retracement or extension of AB as for standard patterns, or X to A as for ciphers. You can see X to A or A to B. So let's start the AB. If we have AB, the C point is calculated as A to B. So right now the C point of this pattern is 0.63.5 of AB. Let us check. So we stretch our fibs from X to B like this, and then we go here and we enable what is there, 0.635. Let's delete all the levels. Okay, add 0.635, empty description. So what we have only one level, and this level is this. You see, let me also add 0 and add another which is 1, from 0 to 1, so we'll have 3, 0 and 1, and this is 0.63.5, which coincides with the C point. Okay, so what can we do with this? We can change it into XA, yes? Okay, let's change it. The calculation from AB or the calculation from the X to A. If we go to change the calculation here, so come on, it is in the bottom, from X to A. So basically what we do, it is 0.761. Basically what we measure here is the distance between X to C and X to A, the ratio between this. So how far this X to C goes if compared to X to A. And to check it, of course, we need to stretch the fibs from A to X, this way, from A to X. And let's change our ratio to what we have on our line, 761. So we type 761 and we have that ratio here, 761. Of course, the XA retracement is mostly used to calculate the extensions of when the C point is extended, but it can also be calculated as not extended as less than 1. Okay, as for this less than 1, let us also go back to settings. I will use the Control-I key combination and then go to the settings of this. Okay, so if we go back to AB and enable something that is more than 1, so we will have the extension. We enable 113, sorry, 113 as for sharks minimum and 161A maximum. So the AB extension, the C point is should be extended at least 113 and not more than 161A. Okay, we'll have it a bit different way. The algorithm ignores this spike to the downside and it goes to this point. Okay, let's check it. So it says 144 something, 144 and 4 of A to B. We just decided this would be A to B, so we stretch this from A to B. We then go here and enable 1.44 and 4, 1.444, and this is what is here. This is what our C point is about. Okay, then we can go having this same extension. Okay, what is it? Having this same extension, 113 to 161A, we can change the leg of calculation, the XA leg, you see, and right now it becomes a bit different. Right now it becomes 1.282 of X to A. So if we stretch that from A to X, yes, the extensions are calculated from A to X, and then we'll go here to fiber properties and we create that level, that is 128.2. You will see that it coincides as 28.2 of A to X, XA actually retracement. Okay, so this is about XA-AB extension and retracement. So this one is also the extension of X to A and it is 1.585. So we go to 585 to have it here. So unlimited number of variation, either AB retracements or extensions or XA retracements or extensions, unlimited number, whatever you wish. It is all about your creativity. Create your own pattern here. Okay, and another number 3 criteria, yes, number 2 criteria already met. So let me place it back to 0.382 to, okay, let it be extended. So now you can see the situation when it can be at the same time a retracement and extension. So you will have all these patterns. So you have a valid pattern when the C point is a the C point of this pattern, is a retracement, and next pattern it is an extension. So you also see this being a retracement, and again a retracement. And if you change the leg of calculation, not the AB, right now it is calculated as A to B, AB, AB, AB. The C point is calculated as AB. If you go to change it as X to A, you will have a slightly different picture. Come on, XA. So you will have slightly different patterns because they are calculated a bit different way. Okay, this pattern and that pattern. So the C point ratio is calculated as X to A. You can also see it X to A, X to A, and here it is X to A, and at the same time it is A to B, because it is the C point of the bear pattern is at the same time the B point of the bull pattern. That's why you have two ratios laying one over another. Okay, you can disable the bull patterns, of course. You can filter them on. Just go here and where is the filter? Show only bearish. Yes, and you see you don't have this levels lying on one another. Yes. Okay, go into both. Now let's turn it into our original state and set the limitation of maximal as 1, and calculate it from A to B leg, 32 to 1 of AB, and then we have a completion. Completion is can be calculated three ways. Standard one as XA, as the AB extension. This is pretty common with advanced formation, and as B to C inversion. So let's check the 786 of X to A. It is pretty standard, 786 of X to A. It is written here, and at the same time we have a complement of B to C inversion, if it is complemented or not. If we go to our settings one more time and we change the leg to AB, and I prefer the pattern to complete after the B point. I prefer to have a zigzagging formation. That's why we need to have an extension. 127.2 is a good extension for pattern. So right now you see this number changes to 127 AB extension, and here it is 127 AB extension, and this sometimes it is the 0.57 XA, sometimes it is 0.83 XA. So it actually depends on the size of the AB leg. The greater is the leg, the larger goes the extension. Okay, another method of calculating the entry is the B to C inversion. So you go to your indicator, choose the B to C, and let's have the B to C inversion. One of the most popular strategies is 1.61A, 61A BC inversion trades. This is a very good strategy as well. In this case, you see it didn't complete, but in this case, it picked up a very good winner. So we again have 1.61A BTC inversion here, 1.61A BTC inversion here, but we have 0.9 here, and we have 0.63 here. So if we go there, 1.61A BC inversion can also extend past X. It all depends on the B point. If the B point is pretty large, your BC inversion can extend past X. Of course, you can what is it? Of course, you can also use it to trade standard patterns. If you switch this back and you use 61A, 382, okay. So these ratios, 61A less than 61A, starting from 0.382, yes. Do you recognize this? The B point, 382 to 61A. this C point is the ratio of 3:2 of AB, yes, and the completion is 161A XA extension. What is this pattern? Okay, it is a crab pattern. So you can see a crab pattern completion, at least some small bounce here. We have still place to the downside, maybe some future didn't complete here, few pips didn't hit. This one went further and so on. So this is the pattern. This one worked very nice, crab formation. Okay, you can also create a butterfly pattern, and you can create a butterfly formation and the butterfly. Let's set limitation to 886 for butterflies at B point, and the XA1 27.2, and the B point should be, let me put it this way, 736, and it should not touch 886. Okay, let it be 886, not more than 886. Okay, so this would be the range for a butterfly pattern, and it will be very, very close to a harmonic butterfly pattern. Here it is. Didn't complete, unfortunately. 127 XA extension is our ratio. And what else? One didn't complete. This one worked wonderfully. This one worked awesome. So 127 extension worked very nice. And maybe something else. Not very common pattern. Not a very common pattern. Okay, so basically with a custom pattern function, you can simulate any other pattern, be it advanced formation or harmonic pattern. You can reconstruct the pattern, yes, using the custom pattern, simply setting correct ratios. Or you can create your own pattern, and it is very flexible, that not only you can set the ratios, but you can choose the leg of ratio calculation. And this is very important, because there are different ways of calculating. You calculate the legs. To know how the ratios are calculated in different patterns, I advise you to watch my previous videos that is called MPS tips ratios. Okay, guys, if you like this video, I hope you like it. Hit the like button, subscribe to my next episodes. If you are interested in the MPS pattern recognition software, you want to learn more, click the link in the description. If you want to learn these patterns, if you don't know don't understand what I was talking about today, and you want to learn that stuff, you're welcome to visit my website www.ps-software.net/learn the patterns, and you will have absolutely free trading courses available to you at any time, and the link is in the description as well. Okay, until then, good luck and good trading. I hope to see you soon.